Thank you for volunteering at our track and field meet. This video will go over how to run your track and field station. At the coaches meeting, you'll receive everything you need to run your station. You have your volunteer badges, a clipboard and a pencil, bean bags or pegs for marking distances, a list of participants by school, 2 pink papers to fill in with your top 6 to hand back in at the announcer station, a green sheet with all the instructions for your event, and ribbons to hand out first to 6th place. At the beginning, remind students to stay until the end of the competition to find out if they placed 1st through 6th place. Some students may have 2 events at the same time. If they have another track event, send them to compete in their track event first and then have them return to your throwing event for their turn. For students who have another field event, have them do their turn at your station first and then send them to do their other event. Remind them to check back in at the end of the competition to see if they placed in the top 6. You may have some students with special needs being added to your list the day of the event. These students will always be accompanied by an adult. Please just add their name under their school and have them compete. You have 1 full hour at your station to get through all the competitors. Please don't close up early until all the competitors have been accounted for, as some may be coming from other events. It is very important that our volunteers stay safe during this event. Because you can never predict how far or where that disc is going to go, it's important that only 1 volunteer is out in the field pegging the distances and measuring. The second volunteer can stand with the clipboard near the thrower to make sure that the thrower is only throwing when the first volunteer is ready and paying attention. The student will step into the circle to take their first throw. In order for a throw to count, it must land inside the flags and not be disqualified. Wherever the disc lands first, you peg that spot. The student will take their second throw. If it goes further, you peg that throw. If it doesn't go further, just leave it be. As long as the student does not lift a foot or hold the disc wrong, then the throw counts. The student will take their third throw. If it goes further, peg that spot. If it doesn't go further, do nothing. Measure the student's furthest distance to the nearest 10 centimeters. Sometimes the peg is a bit far from the tape. All you need to do is draw a straight line towards the tape and measure that distance. Write the furthest distance on the score sheet to the nearest 10 centimeters. Once everybody has competed, go through the scores and find the top 6 places. We have plenty of ribbons, so don't be shy to give ties. Hand out all your ribbons to your top 6 competitors. Once you've handed out your ribbons, please fill in the pink sheet with the name and school of each of your top 6 finishers. On the right-hand side, please indicate yes or no whether those students got a ribbon. The students who did not get a ribbon will pick it up at the announcer's table. At 12 o'clock, please clean up all the equipment, ropes, cones, etc. at your station and bring it to the announcer's table. The disc should be held palm down, fingers over the edge, and thumb resting on top. Students with smaller fingers can curl their fingers over the edge of the disc, thumb resting on top. The orbit of the disc should be low at the back, high in the front. As this is a standing throw, the student's feet may not come off the ground. They may pivot, but they may not lift their foot up. The following are examples of how you are not allowed to hold the disc. Not as a frisbee, not with your fingers on top, not with your thumb on top, and not upside down. If the student throws the disc with 2 hands, the throw is disqualified. If the student lifts their back foot while throwing, the throw is disqualified. As this is a standing throw, the student is not allowed to spin while throwing, and the student is not allowed to take shuffle steps while throwing. The student cannot step over the line in any way while throwing. If you have any questions about how to run your station, you can ask your phys ed teacher or any committee member the day of track and field. We thank you for taking the time to come and help us run track and field today and giving our students a chance to participate in a fun and friendly track and field event.